Oh shit. We're back. We're back.
The
We're back.
boys
We're
are
back.
back.
We're back. So much has happened. It's the 5 on 5 podcast presented to you by directmusicservice.com. Promo
Man,
code 5 on 5 FIVEON FIVE. Save you a couple bucks off your first month subscription. And if you want to find us online, Trav,
go ahead and find us on YouTube. That's 5 on 5. And when you find us there, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and ding the bell to be notified every time we drop a video.
it's just that easy. It's the boys today. Phenom down the street from me, Nick Lopez. Down the street from him, Jupiter Williams. And possible guest appearance from DJ Gray later on. The Billy Preston of this thing. Which he's been upgraded. He's been upgraded. He's the George Harrison.
I was gonna say
There you go.
this is the George now.
Yeah. Former Billy, current George. Yeah.
Mhm.
And so we might see a little bit from him. Boys, how the hell are we? It's been it's been a minute.
Yeah, it has been a minute.
You guys
a lot
haven't
has
missed a
happened.
beat.
Yeah, well, it's weird.
Where should we start? There's a lot has happened. Let's start with Trav,
I want to say we start in Portland.
Okay.
And we end on you.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll start with Trav, your South by Southwest experience.
Oh my God, South by Southwest was whack. And I am not giving a shout out to Tim Tones because he wasn't there with his party. Let's be friends. I am not giving a shout out to the Road Podcast because they weren't there with their podcast.
Oh yeah.
But I am going to give a shout out to Boy Genius. Shout out. Going to give a shout out to CRG. Shout out. Yeah, it was just I don't know, man. It just wasn't that good this year. It just seemed like it lost a lot of steam.
Was attendance light, or was it light in the streets, or what was that?
It was light in the streets.
Yeah,
it was light in the streets. I just remember last year for 2 weeks just walking in a mob of people every day.
Yeah,
and this year it was very light. It was very light. Didn't have to wait in line for a long time. Let me just say it that way.
Damn.
Good and bad.
Yeah.
Good and bad.
Good and bad. Yes, good and bad. But when you see a line,
it
indication of something. Yeah.
I'm at the point now, and I know you guys are the same. It takes a lot to get in a line. It takes a whole lot,
and that's why I brought up the line part because it didn't take much to stand in that line because the line was moving. So
right.
Yeah.
If you're at South by Southwest, like I'm going in a line. I don't mind. It's a special occasion.
Right.
No,
It's
but there's so much other stuff going on.
Mhm.
Every corporation has something going on. They have some kind of activation going on. So like you don't necessarily have to wait in line if you don't want to.
You can do some other shit.
You could do some other shit and it'll still be popping.
Now, people don't get paid when they perform there, right? Which is like a big kind of hold up with a lot of people.
It depends.
As far as,
It does depend. So I think when it comes to the official South by Southwest, I guess the corporate side of it, of the South by Southwest, I think it's that way. But when it comes to like the other activations, people are getting broken off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
official
those
South by is no money.
Right. Yeah. So like you see a lot of activations going on at like the little bars, and they're getting paid or whatever. Yeah.
I don't know that. How much was that flight? 400 or 500?
Yeah, 550 round trip.
Yeah.
Had to do it because baby sister got married. Shout out Hallie.
Congrats.
Shout out Kari.
Yeah.
Thank you. This beautiful wedding.
Congrats.
The wedding.
Yeah.
So knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone there.
Did you DJ?
No, did not.
How was the DJ?
The DJ was good.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
Don't be shy.
Wedding DJs,
Yo,
I'm sorry.
don't
Wedding
be
DJs
shy.
are solid, bro.
Listen,
Most
I'm
of
not
them.
gonna lie. After he played Dancing Queen, he got into his bag.
But before that
was very questionable. It was very questionable. I'm looking at dude like, fam, why are we doing this right now?
What'd you
Song
hear?
selection that you were like,
What'd you hear?
Nothing memorable.
No.
Nothing memorable. I just remember Dancing Queen happening and people kind of being happy that it was being played, and then he started really getting into it. It was a lot of people from Houston there, so he started getting into his down south bag.
Yeah.
You know, he played South Side by Boosie, you know, and just really going off. So after Dancing Queen. But so here's the thing with weddings, right? With weddings, and especially being a wedding DJ, it's so important. And especially, okay, if you're a wedding DJ and you want to have a good time and get into your bag and play some shit, right? You want to have some time to do that. But at the same time, when you're a wedding DJ, you do kind of have the power of time on your side. So you can decide, you can dictate when the next event is happening. For example, dinner.
Yeah.
You can cut dinner down to 30 minutes if you really want to. Get them to get out there on the first dance, right? Get the mother-son dance out the way, and then get into the party. 2 hours of partying. You want to have like 2 solid hours of partying, right? In order to get your story across as a DJ.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, we only had an hour of partying, man.
Quick, hour.
He's quick mixing. He's quick mixing some stuff that doesn't need to be quick mixed.
Quick mix dreams and nightmares.
Pretty much, yeah.
We got a lot of ground to cover.
Yes. Right before. Hold up, wait a minute. Right before
mix out.
Hold up, wait a minute. Nope, we ain't got a whole minute.
You know, doing Mo Bamba and cut out before.
Yo.
So you know, when you're the wedding DJ, you know, you have the power of time on your hands, so you can kind of push the wedding coordinator into moving some things up, you know, to kind of get people on the dance floor a lot sooner before.
I'm the opposite. You eat up that time. I don't want to be here. Eat up that time.
I'm that type of DJ. Like, I want the scheduled things to take longer, so I have to DJ less.
Yeah, because the venue's not going to budge on that time. You know that. A hard 10 p.m. is a hard 10 p.m.
But do you know how many people will start complaining, though?
I was going to say, at the satisfaction of the customer, 2 hours is a good party. 1 hour is cut too short.
2 hours is
perfect. It's quick. Yeah.
1 hour is cut too short.
Even as a set, a 2 hour set is short.
Yeah. A 2 hour set is short. And
you can't get your message across.
And you want to get into songs that the bride and groom wants you to play, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I approach weddings, right? I approach weddings by getting a short or long list from the bride, short and long list from the groom,
right?
And a list from both of them together that you know all their friends have listened to and they want to dance to. So I want to make sure that I'm hitting all those must-play songs, and I want to make sure that I had the time to do that for them.
Yeah, because in an hour you could literally knock out those 2 lists and not actually DJ in the way you want to, rather.
Yeah.
Now my question is this, because if I don't ask it, someone else is going to ask it. Did you let the DJ know that there's a DJ in the building?
I did not.
Civilian mode.
I am not that type of person. I am not that type of person because I know those people.
Is this Serato? What is this, Serato?
You running Serato up here?
Actually, okay.
You did. Huh? You did.
No, I didn't. So
let's look under the hood.
So going from dinner to cake cutting to reception, right? So moving from that, he had a separate setup in the dining room area, right? And on that setup, I was looking at his computer. I'm like, man, he's on virtual DJ, bro.
Oh,
Fam's on virtual DJ.
Yeah. So already the nose is up on this guy.
Oh, yeah, very much so. Very much so.
Yeah.
Very low expectations here.
I just kept that in the back of my mind. until I started hearing some stuff, and I was like, oh, okay,
he's getting busy up there.
So maybe he was using virtual DJ for the dinner part because he wasn't really mixing. He wasn't really mixing on that side.
Throwing songs, sure.
Right.
I mean, at this point, my personal experience with Serato lately, I'm about to go virtual DJ.
Dang, it's like that.
Man, it's been a struggle for me.
Have you talked to Serato yet? What's going on?
I've been talking to them for months.
Have you talked to Mojax? Do we need to
Dog, I talked to so many people that I don't want to name because I don't want to sound like I'm throwing anybody under the bus, but they basically just hit me with a wait for the update. You're not alone.
Damn.
Nobody has the answer.
And then the update came and it still got a problem. So I uninstalled again and uninstalled every driver on my computer. And this fixed it temporarily for a while last time I did this. And so we're experiencing the same thing where it's fixed for now, but I'm not sure if I'm out of the woods yet. But
well, for the people that don't know, the problem.
Okay. I'll try to make this quick because I feel like this is boring radio, but we're all DJs. When I am playing in HID mode, regardless of the setup, as long as it's CDJs and a mixer on HID mode, what will happen if I use the mixer or the CDJ to scroll in my library, if I'm pitched up or down past 0, if my Serato my scroll wherever I am on my playlist will jump to the top of the playlist and my pitch will just reset to 0. So if I'm like +6, +10, it slows the hell down.
Yeah.
And then it freezes basically for like anywhere from 3 to 30 seconds and I can't change it. And then it'll go right back to where it was. And this happens in the middle of my set. Sometimes it's like a lot. Sometimes it's once or twice a night.
Can you adjust it on the keyboard?
I'm safer if I scroll on the keyboard. But oh no, I can't adjust the pitch. Nothing happens.
Not on the keyboard. Okay.
Yeah. So I have to wait for that. But if I scroll using the keyboard, I'm safe. Like mostly. I've had it happen before, but like on a really bad night, but I'm better off scrolling on the computer than I am on the actual hardware.
6 hours of being on edge like that's no way to live.
It's brutal, bro. It's brutal. And if it fucks up a mix, it's like I'm fucking. So I try lately. I've just when I'm like in the thick of it, I try not to go like past +4 or -4 on songs.
Yeah.
Just because in case that reset happens, it's not abrupt.
If anyone's listening, if anyone has a solution, feel free to write into us.
Yeah.
Feel free to message Nick personally because I don't want to hear about it. Leave us out of this.
This has been like
I don't have this
almost
problem.
a year of an issue.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, dog.
I've been talking with Serato for months, and they basically were like, we don't know what the hell's going on.
Trav, can you make an NBA stats for Neek where it's like years of Serato issue, train wrecks due to issue, disgruntled fans, nights ruined.
I'm about to switch to virtual DJ or just go back to using sticks because stems ain't worth. Oh, and then my stems issue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I have a brand new MacBook Pro, by the way.
Yeah.
M3, 36 gigs of RAM.
Okay.
And a terabyte of hard drive
Talk
space.
Talk about it.
I got it discounted, but I thought getting
talk about it even more then.
I thought getting this MacBook was gonna solve my problems, and it did not. So when I hit stems, like if I hit the acapella button, for example, nothing changes, and then it's like a delay.
Oh, right, because it's reading it.
Maybe, but it used to not do that. I used to be able to just live do it, and now it's like, okay. So
do you do it on the pads or do you do it on the computer?
Both. So I used to hit the acapella button on the computer, easy. Then when I use the pad, same thing. It still has a delay. So I think, I don't know. Now that you say that, maybe I should start using that stems crate, like prep. But the whole point is to do it on the fly.
Right.
At least for me. I'm not doing routines, so that's a little frustrating. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to sticks.
See, I have a 2013, and I haven't had any problems yet.
See, that's what I'm saying. I see you guys with older.
Crazy.
I had a 18 prior to this.
Yeah,
and it feels exactly the same. Like as far as Serato goes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I hope now that I've uninstalled everything and reinstalled everything, I hope that solved the problem, but that was what I was having.
Cole, what's
I
your
mean,
goat?
And
we can say it's safe to say that Apple hasn't been the same since post Steve Jobs,
Oh, for sure.
yes,
and
Yeah.
that the product that keeps being delivered to us is kind of bare bones with a bigger price tag
Yeah.
mhm.
every year,
Which is
you
good and
know?
bad, but Steve wasn't the head honcho designer that marketing will let us to believe. He wasn't
For
really
sure,
behind the scenes creating these machines
for sure,
on a technical level
yeah.
that the
But
problems are stemming from. But things have changed since he's gone.
an 8 gig base out the door is like fucking off
The
the
prices
wall.
are atrocious. They're
That's
sickening.
and now
But what the
like
machines are is fucking ridiculous.
the M1's already discontinued. It's $695 on
Right.
Was that
Walmart.com.
2 years?
2 years, yeah. Or maybe 3.
Maybe 3.
And the
Yeah,
M1
yeah.
is still good though, right?
I
M1's
use it
still
every
good.
day.
It's still
Yeah.
good.
I use it every day. But
You can buy
there's the
refurbished
M2,
M1s
M3.
and still crush it for work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the other thing is like these. What's frustrating about all these problems is I'm not a hobbyist. Like this is what we
Right.
do for a living.
Right.
And this shit has to work. Like
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
which is why I'm like, I'm not being a princess when I say like I might switch to something else because I just need the reliability.
Mhm.
And if Sticks is that route where I know it'll work, I mean, everything has its pros and cons.
Mhm.
Playing on Sticks for 6 hours is a little scary
Yeah.
if you're on
You gotta
2000
have that.
Nexus 2s because they're a little bit slower than the 3000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their search functionality isn't like as nice as the 3000s.
Mhm.
Right.
You don't have, and let's just face it, stacked waveforms is a fucking luxury that is great when you're quick mixing.
Mhm.
It's kind of tough to go without it. So,
Right.
especially when you're playing unquantized music, like
Mhm.
it's just nice to have when you're flying through. So, the 3000s are great for that, but not every venue has them.
Right.
So I just wish Serato would fucking work with Sonoma seamlessly. And I don't know where that problem is.
It's because I think they're still developing it on these later computers.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like they're still developing it on Intel chips.
I was gonna say it's got to be the chips. Like they're still, the development is still happening on Intel, or they're still transitioning to the new
Mhm.
things, the new processors, and trying to figure out that. I don't know, but it's
Serato updates happen pretty quickly though.
they've been happening so often,
Yeah. Yeah.
which leads me to believe that
I haven't updated mine either since
I don't.
since the
I
second
think you're in a
3 point.
position. If you're in a position right now where it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Like until
Yeah.
you get some hardware that needs
Mm-hmm.
like adjust, like that you need to have work with it, I wouldn't even bother.
Yeah.
I mean, I see people on the 2012, even older than yours, Trav, the tank. Now, granted, that's not going to work with a lot of mixers,
Mhm.
a lot of club standard shit. But if you're only playing off of club kit spots, I think you'd get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're playing S9 spots, you'd get away with it.
If you're playing 900 spots everywhere, you're good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, anything else than that,
Yeah.
Well, that's
That's why I got
like,
that 13 and the 13. It's perfect.
It's
Yeah,
right
if you
there.
have an
It's
older
right there in the
setup
sweet
with-
spot.
you're good. Like it just still works. Like my shit, I'm playing on newer setups everywhere, so and I have a newer laptop, so I needed to update. And
Right, but
HID
it's
is like having an issue.
so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So crazy.
So,
But
Trav, we play on a mixer that's
Yeah.
USB-C. So there's this new mixer we've been using
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
at Bel Air that's just USB-C to USB-C. So you'd have to dongle on the USB-C out of the mixer into your computer.
Oh.
You'd have to put
'cause we're
a hat
we're-
on the hat.
That venue has a what's the name of that controller? It's the Flex 10.
Flex 10.
Oh, yeah. So
So
the
this-
Flex 10 is called. So the Flex 10 is what I have. But
Oh.
mine is the older version of it.
You have the Flex.
So I have the SX, the SX1.
Well, the SX.
The
SX1
is the old
what
version
eventually
of,
becomes. So there's the XX 1, 2,
Right.
and 3, and then there's the Flex 5. I think it was.
Yeah,
with
something
the
like
big
that.
knobs. For
Something
the
like that.
knobs.
They had the
And then they
SRT
did the
first,
Flex 10.
and then then they went
yes,
to
the
the Flexes.
SRT.
Yeah.
But now the Flex 10 is the predecessor to the SRT 1000.
Yep.
And the Flex 5 or 8, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And the SRT and the SX.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, they're all kind of just the same mixer, but
it's pretty much the same shit.
But the Flex 10 is the predecessor to all those, and it has stem control
on it.
On the
hardware.
It has physical buttons for
click button stems.
So check this shit out. I ran into a problem with that thing. So
it's gonna be a tech episode, by the way.
I know. I was trying so hard to avoid the tech conversation. I want to make it fast. So on these decks, they have AB, so you can do 4 decks on them.
Right.
So I'm on channel 1 and 2, and suddenly my channel goes mute. I have visible VU meter, but no sound. And I'm like, what's happening? And then I hit I switched to channel 4 just to figure out just to get through it. But I go back to channel 2 and I have to hit all 3 stems buttons, activate them, and then reactivate them to get the sound back.
Oh.
So I have to stem it out to mute it and then deactivate them to bring the song back, and it works again.
What?
And I had to do this like 2-3 times throughout the night. Again, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
There's no way you could possibly get off what you're trying to get off and clicking everything on, clicking everything off like that.
No fucking way. It's insane.
No. It's just way too much brain power too to set yourself up for success.
Dog, trying to DJ and problem solve at the same time is the most stressful thing in the world.
Yeah. And speaking of problem solving, ladies and gentlemen, DJ Gray has entered the chat. Oh,
speaking
Grant,
of,
how are you doing, buddy? You're right. You're right in time for what has turned out to be a TED Talk.
It just ended. We have to be done.
we simply have to be done. People are snoring with their AirPods in listening to this. No, we were just catching up, kind of talking about everyone's experience recently. Trav going to South by, Neek having issues with stems and the M3. Grant, what's ailing you? What's on the docket here? How can we're taking calls today.
Yeah. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
No, everything's good. How you been, man?
Yeah, everything's good. Did our phase 2 lineup announcement for the festival last week. So was just slammed getting all of that lined up. Had some last minute changes, of course, on day of the festival. Certain people being like, never mind, we're not going to do it. Other people being like, wait, I wanna. So it was just like, it's crazy because like having to do all these animations and stuff for the festival, I get everything ready, and then they're like, well, you got to swap these people out. I'm like, that's so much work.
Yeah,
so much work.
I don't think you've talked about the festival on this show.
Yeah, you haven't.
Oh, have I not? Okay.
No.
All right. Well, yeah. Festival is Sundown. Happens once a year in Alaska. This year it's June 7th, 8th, and 9th. Huge 3-day festival. This year our headliners are Diplo, Portugal the Man, Tech 9, and Sheck Wes. And then the phase 2 lineups, we added like Wookie, Washed Out, Pilo, Tara Reid, which is Getter's like yeah,
that's Getter's rap.
Getter's like side project.
Yeah.
Our buddy Bonks is his DJ.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, nice. Oh, well, I guess Bonks might be coming to Alaska.
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah. So we did phase 2, had a pretty good reception to it. I don't know, it's weird. Alaska has a weird market, and we specifically separated the headline announcement because when we did it all at once last year, it felt like everyone just kind of like didn't realize who was playing. Like it was too much information at once. So we're like, you know what, let's space it out and see if we get a better reception that way. So yeah. But yeah, that's been consuming all of my time.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
and we've talked
than
about this
that,
before outside of this, but
than
how
that,
much is going on as far as you designing flyers, designing media, and then you're DJing? So it's like 50-50 breakdown or what?
Yeah, I'd say so. Right now, like the last couple months, I kind of like slowed down on DJing just so I could focus on this a little bit more.
Yeah.
But then because it comes summertime, it's going to be probably 50-50
Yeah.
up until the festival. So
Yeah. Wedding
Yeah.
season too. Yeah.
yeah, wedding season's coming up. So
How many weddings
Yeah.
do you have on the books already?
I have one pretty much every weekend starting in May until the end of September.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
Well,
yeah.
How long are your
Busy
receptions?
wedding season.
Oh yeah. How long are your receptions, Gray?
Generally.
Generally receptions are about 4 to 6 hours.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Oh, we were way off. We just had a wedding discussion and we were so off.
Damn.
How
Wait a
long did
minute.
you guys say?
Wait a minute. You guys are dancing for 4 to 6
So
hours.
the party portion, after all of the scheduled things, mom and daddy
like
daughter
right-
dance.
right when
After
the
that,
first
once-
dance starts.
Once we get to dancing,
Yeah.
right when the first dance starts up until the end, because it usually like, okay, so run through my typical schedule. I'd usually be done but with dinner and all the formalities by like 6:30. And then
Right.
they have me up until 10 or 11.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Fair. Okay. Yeah.
about 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
We're like
okay.
4 or 5 hour party.
Fair.
yeah.
Yeah, we were talking 2 hour.
Oh no. Yeah, definitely.
That's a
4
joke.
hours. Especially yeah. Especially here because the sunlight I think affects people differently.
Okay. I didn't even think about that.
The
Yeah,
fact that there's sunlight, a lot of people will get out there for the initial first dancey part, and then everyone takes a break to go drink beers in the sun until like
Oh,
9:30,
okay, see,
and then they're like, "All right, now we're ready to party."
Dude,
Okay.
that is crazy.
So-
5 to 6 hours is like how long clubs are open. Like,
Yeah.
but
it's
it's
like
it's
everybody
about-
showed up to the club at doors.
it adds up though. It's about right because I do cocktail hour and that usually lasts about 2
Mhm.
hours.
A 2-hour cocktail hour.
Because they're
2 hour
switching
hour.
everything over.
They're
Oh,
switching
okay.
everything over.
Yeah,
over,
yeah,
yeah.
The couples,
And
the
then
couples
they're
taking
trying to get the
photos.
pictures. And here, in Oregon, what is it? Golden hour is what?
Golden
5:30, 6 o'clock, right?
Right.
So they're
right.
trying to
yeah.
get those pictures in before dinner.
Yeah.
So then the dinner is going to be starting around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And
Alaska,
then-
what golden
Okay.
hour is?
No, that makes sense.
Golden hour in Alaska.
Yeah,
is
when's
like
the golden
11
hour?
o'clock.
The Alaskans, what golden hour is.
Yeah.
There's a thing in the sky called the
golden
sun.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough to go to bed and to plan your day around that. Like you're like, well,
It
at
is.
11 o'clock
It's
when I
also-
would be way asleep, people are still rocking and rolling.
Yeah. And it's weird because like a lot of the times, even like planning for the festival, we get all these lights, all this production, and then come 10:30 when Slander hits the stage, it's still daylight. So we're like, I don't know, these lasers don't do much in this day.
At what point are you guys going to save that money and just be like, we're going to
Yeah.
have people waving flags, decorative flags?
I was
and
gonna say
stuff
you gotta go with
that?
like physical stage things.
Yeah.
Like we're talking inflatable
yeah.
like
arm people.
Yeah.
So on the festival, on the Sundown Instagram, I shared a video of Sway Lee singing "Unforgettable" and the crowd singing along. And I'm looking at the video. I'm like, this is 11 o'clock at night, and it's like bright as day.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, this is crazy.
Dude, yeah. People are like,
Oh,
why is Sway Lee
yeah.
playing midday at a festival? Blah, blah, blah. And you're like, no, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
This is nighttime. Also, since we've had
Yeah.
an episode, you
Unreal.
have gone.
That's nuts.
Oh yeah, Grant, you've gone
Well,
viral since we've
not her.
recently had you on the show.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, you went viral.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're like a celebrity now.
Yeah.
So yeah, but only in Alaska, like very well known
Only in Alaska.
with
Right.
Alaskan commercial jingles, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Very regional, very specific. Part of me is like, man, should I just go to every region and look for their specific commercials? Just make these mashups.
Have people reached out to you?
Oh yeah, Sicily's. A couple companies have reached out, and one of my buddies, Max, that works at like a marketing agency in Alaska, was like, "Hey, so GCI, the internet company, is like, why hasn't he done this for us?" I mean, if they want to pay me,
that is hilarious. Now they're like, "What the fuck? Can we get one?"
That's so funny.
Yeah. But it's so funny because a lot of these companies, sometimes they'll reach out and they'll be like, "Can you make one?" I'm like, "Do you have a copy of your jingle?" And they're like, "No." I'm like, "How do you not have one?" Like, they're like, "I think it's on YouTube," and it's like a shitty VHS rip. I'm like, I mean,
yeah, we got
it could work. Yeah.
That's so niche. You could get in a market where you're just playing those DJ sets, just commercial radio jingle DJ sets.
Dude, well, it's crazy because I tried playing one on New Year's. It did not go over well. I was like, all right, the crowd is not, they don't understand the magic.
They're like, they don't understand the magic that's happening.
Yeah. Even the MC for New Year's got on the mic. He's like, all right, Twin Dragon, I guess. I was like, yeah, I mean,
I guess. On the mic, dissing you is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Fucking, I guess.
Yeah.
I have a mic too, and I think that was rude. I think you should show a little bit more respect to the DJ. We're working together tonight. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
God,
dude.
That's so
God, have we talked since New Year's?
Dude, it's been a minute. I feel like I don't know if we talked.
But man,
has it been that long?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. But I think,
halfway through the show, I'd like to apologize for not telling you guys we went on break.
DJ life came up and life and
I guess we should explain ourselves an hour into this. Guys, we're tired. We made it this far. Here's the explanation. We're just not going to come back and not say anything. We're not going to not address it. We're just going to wait an hour to do it.
That's exactly what happened. Because Colin was like, "Hey, we got a great guest next week."
Yeah,
we just didn't do it.
4 weeks from now, we'll see you there.
Now we're here. Anybody.
I mean, there's a very big project that kind of was thrown onto us with this whole Pinky Ring nightclub.
For you guys,
which we can definitely address that. Bruno Mars has opened up a new venue at Bellagio. It's called Pinky Ring. It's fucking awesome. You know, he's performing with the Hooligans. You can catch him on some nights, and the band The Diamonds, which is a local band comprised of different acts from the clubs. They all come together. And Neek and I got the call for that. And then the next day we got the call for that. And the day after we got the call for that. And then the day after, and then 2 months later, we're apologizing on the podcast to you guys. So long story short story long, the boys have been working. And, you know, we didn't want to get in the way of the P. Diddy thing. You know, we'll just let that kind of do its thing.
God damn it.
Yo, that's crazy. We kind of wanted to
just very documented by me.
Yes.
Yeah, he's ahead of that. I like that you got ahead of it. Got right in front of that one.
Just not good.
We should address that,
Travis.
To say the least, it's not good.
You know, like at the end of Aziz Ansari's special, when he's like, R. Kelly's my favorite artist of all time. Like, you know, at least it wasn't recorded as a special and put out.
Oh my God. No, Trav cut his hair in preparation for the oncoming
onslaught of whoever may be
Whatever.
involved. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Whatever
whoever
Yeah.
allegedly,
Whoever that is,
Yeah.
I don't know.
allegedly might be
Allegedly,
involved.
I don't even want to say that because if it's not real, we sound like idiots.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't wanna talk
his
about
wife
this
is
anymore.
dropping the album tonight too.
Shout out.
Oh yeah.
Shout out.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
listen.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Not gonna not listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does this do for country music? What do we think
Nothing.
the Beyonce? See,
I
that's
don't
kind of
think
how I
it'll do
feel.
anything. I don't think
That's
it'll do anything.
kind of how I feel.
Because I don't
100%.
even
I think
think
it's
it's
so
a-
weird that people are upset. Like country fans are upset as if
As
a
if black people
country fan,
didn't
if you're not interested,
invent
who
country
cares?
music.
Her crowd is not going to stop and be like, "Oh, you know
No.
what? Since Beyonce did a country album, maybe I should go listen to Waylon Jennings."
Right.
No.
Like, on what
No.
fucking planet, you know?
No.
Or let me go down the rabbit hole and listen to Garth Brooks and Willie Nelson and whatever.
No.
If I had to
No,
guess
it-
ahead of time, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I had to guess today before the album comes out at midnight, it's going to be country inspired R&B.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it's not.
But that's all
actually
country
gonna be
music
like,
is, though.
modern country is.
No,
now.
country music is just R&B.
Well,
They
it
just
is,
had to-
it's
They just had to
with the
distinguish.
twang.
They
It's
just had
still
to change
guitar
it
and
up
some
because
twang,
black
yeah.
people were singing it,
1000%.
and they just decided. So yeah.
It's
Rock
pop
and
now.
roll
It's
and-
pop as well.
These days
Like,
it's
it's
just
fucking
flat
out
pop.
R&B.
Yeah.
Like I think the only possible outcome where this would get a little bit more shine is maybe acts like Casey Musgraves and stuff like that. That's a little bit more towards the middle where people would be interested.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here's my wonder, and like Crooked kind of talked about this on his story, but I was like, I wonder, and I mean, obviously she's got the money and the resources to it. I wonder if she's gonna get like a real murderers row type of gang together of country writers and do
No.
like some real country like storytelling songs.
That could
kind
be
of stuff.
cool.
Because she
Yeah.
because she kind of touched on that in like Lemonade. So I was like, oh, it would be cool if she just did that, like fully committed to it for this album. I
She
mean,
kind of did it in Renaissance
interested in
too,
hearing it.
with the theme of
Yeah.
Renaissance. Like she had
Yeah.
legit disco and house
Mm-hmm.
acts working on that
Yeah.
album. So
and
I wouldn't put it past
and
this album also having that same like
It's-
writers team.
Are there features? Do we know if there's features on the album?
I haven't saw any
I'm sure
features
there
Is there a
yet.
track list or anything out?
The
I don't
track
think
list is
so.
out, but the features weren't listed on the track list.
Okay.
I was gonna say it is funny though, because like people getting upset, like she hasn't lived that country life. I'm like, okay, everybody was like singing along to Break My Soul. I was like, Beyonce hasn't worked a job in her adult life ever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like-
Yeah. That's the biggest
She's not
cosplay
really
I've
quitting
ever
a
heard.
job.
It's like I'm fucking out of here.
Wait a
you know?
minute, wait a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
But I just came back from my baby sister's wedding, and she got married to Kari Dotson. Shout out to the whole Dotson family. But the Dotson family, black family that lives in Houston, so that brought a lot of other black people through wearing cowboy hats.
Hmm.
You
So
know what
that's
I mean? So it's
the
like
southern.
she's from Houston.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Houston blacks,
Yeah.
but I mean like I see they're talking about she ain't lived the cowboy life.
She don't have to live the
And in
cowboy
my-
life to know country music.
That's what I mean. Like it's just
When country music is R&B.
country
fuck.
music is rock is R&B and rock and roll,
Yeah.
which are also black, but well culturally.
Yes.
I mean, like, what are people saying when they say she hasn't lived that country life? Like,
They're saying she ain't
there's
white.
a lot
Yeah.
because that's a spectrum in its own. A lot of cow peoples and farmers and
Yeah.
ranchers are very fucking rich.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's not a dusty spittoon type.
And it's
Yeah.
it is not just for
Exactly.
white people either.
Yeah,
mean,
so
come
I think
on.
that's really what it's.
They had- See,
And-
these people haven't even
and you have
seen
people
Yellowstone
like,
either because they're
um,
black people in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
All she
And you
needs to do is drop a song with Taylor Swift on the country album.
You know
and
what's
then go
crazy is a lot of
fucking
a lot
nuclear.
of country fans fucking hate Taylor Swift.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because
So
she sold
needs to
out
do-
or whatever.
She
Yeah.
needs to do like a legitimate country. Have some legitimate country stars on there. If she
Well, it's
wants
funny
the
because,
cosign,
like-
I don't even think it's even necessary.
Yeah, I don't think.
Or Dolly. I could see her doing
Yeah,
something with
Dolly,
I
could
could
see
see
that.
Dolly.
Especially
Yeah.
like
Well,
this,
she
isn't
got
this a
that.
big year
She
for
got
Dolly.
Jolene.
Yeah.
Released an album.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she's doing
And she's
a
about to be
cover
a
of
Hall of
Jolene
Famer.
on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, she has a Jolene cover.
I think so.
That's sick.
I mean,
Mhm.
it's on there.
And
It's on the
look,
track list.
Oh, it's on the
So,
track list.
It's on the track list. So I don't know if it's a cover.
it's just a song called
Just the
Jolene.
same name. Same
It's
name.
gotta
So
be.
I'm
It's
guessing
gotta
it's
be.
the same bitch.
It's got to be the same Jolene.
Yeah.
You can't write another Jolene.
No, you can't. You can't.
That's like yeah, I got a song coming
seen-
out called Benny and the Jets. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. Have
So,
you
yeah.
seen
Wait,
that'd be
what Dolly
crazy.
looked like when she released Jolene? All I'm
I
saying
mean,
is whoever Jolene is must have been fire if she had Dolly sweating.
that's why Dolly was talking about her.
If she
Yeah.
had,
That's
if
why.
she
That's
had
why. That's why
worried
Dolly
that
was insecure.
Jolene was gonna take her man.
That's
Yeah.
why
I
Dolly
need to
was
know what
insecure.
Jolene looked like.
Show me Jolene.
Show me what
Yeah.
Jolene looked like, because Dolly was something crazy.
that?
Yeah, bad chick.
Mm-hmm.
There was that tweet. It was like, man, Dolly Parton wrote Jolene and I Will Always Love You in the same day. Like she was going through it. Like
Going
Yeah.
through it.
Yeah. And you know, it's
Going
crazy.
through it.
A lot of people don't know that Whitney Houston covered that. There's a
know.
lot
of people
that
don't, man.
Yeah.
And even put some respect on Dolly's name,
Yeah.
man.
Put some
Yeah.
Dolly's
respect
one
on
of
Dolly's-
us.
I think she's
Yeah.
getting
Dolly's one of
inducted.
us, man.
If she hasn't already, she's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah,
As
they
she
Susan
should.
Lucci
Yes.
her.
Yeah.
They Susan
Yeah.
Lucci'd her.
As
Should
she
have been in there a long time ago.
Should have been.
Let's look
One
at
of
the
those
rock.
people we
Hall.
just assumed was already in. At least I did.
They made
yeah,
a
I
joke
did.
on
I did
Time
for
Crisis
sure.
though, because Dolly was getting inducted and she made a complaint. She's like, "Why am I being inducted?" She's like, "I'm not rock and roll." And then on her new album, she has like a song with like Nickelback, and they're like, "Look what you made her do! Look what you made."
Yeah,
her do."
look what you made her do.
Hey, not for nothing though. Nickelback got some hits though, bro.
Relax.
Nickelback got hits, man.
Nickelback got hit. Creed
got hits
Creed.
too.
has been coming back in a strong way.
Creed got hits
Creed
too.
has been coming back in
man.
a strong way.
Neek.
We're gonna get into
Right.
this real quick. We're gonna get into this, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees 2024. Everybody can pick one here. We're gonna put together our own little 4-piece. Neek, I assume you want Mariah Carey.
Oh,
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it.
Hey,
Trav, there's Mary J.
hey, I'll take her too.
Okay,
These are all
unless you
inductees
want
this
Dave Matthews.
I'll take Dave Matthews. I saw Dave this last year.
Mariah Carey, Dave Matthews, Lenny Kravitz,
Oh yeah,
Mary
of
J.
course.
Blige, Peter Frampton, Cool and the
yeah,
Gang,
yeah.
Tribe Called Quest,
Yeah.
Cher,
Yeah.
Foreigner, Ozzy Osbourne, Sade,
What the
Oasis.
fuck? Coachella
That was a
should
great
have took
class.
that as their lineup. Why didn't they take that as the lineup? Just do the Hall
Oh,
of
that was
Fame and Coachella at the same time.
Oh,
You know
wait,
what would make the
there's
Rock and
more.
Roll Hall of Fame a lot cooler? Is if every year these people performed.
That'd
Right.
be dope.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
Eric
make
B.
it
and
giant,
Rakim,
That'd be
Foreigner.
dope. Because it sounds like they keep getting younger and younger each year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like all these acts are still rocking.
Did you say Big Daddy Kane?
Eric B. and Rakim,
Oh,
They're being rocking.
sick.
We're still
Jane's
going though.
Addiction,
Well, they couldn't really.
Sinead O'Connor. There's a lot here. I mean,
Crazy. I feel like they're
Yeah.
inducting Sinead O'Connor because she can't show up and publicly protest.
Jesus, Grant.
Oh
Oh my God, Grant.
I feel like she would 100% protest this.
Fucked up part about it is you're right.
I feel I also I hear what Dolly's saying, because the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame used to just be for rock and roll, and they opened
Right.
it up.
Mhm.
I don't know
Right.
when they opened it up. I imagine in the 80s or 90s.
yeah.
Like, do you guys think it should just be like the Music Hall of Fame, Pop Music Hall of Fame, Popular Music Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
I still think it should be called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because you're still looking at, you call them rock stars. You call hip hop artists rock stars still. You know,
I feel like that was a later thing, though. We didn't do that till
Yeah.
after.
you didn't start letting hip hop artists into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame until later too.
True. You're not wrong.
So-
Did Rockstar start with NERD?
Huh.
Did we start calling hip hop acts rock stars after that?
No,
I'm
I think
cool
we
with
started
that.
calling them rock stars with
Did it-
MC Hammer.
MC Hammer,
Mm,
Run
I
DMC,
wasn't-
and Aerosmith.
Yup. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like they were doing rock star shit,
Yeah.
but they weren't calling themselves rock stars.
Beastie Boys.
No.
Well, I don't necessarily
of
think that
hip-hop-
they don't necessarily call themselves rock
We
stars,
call them.
but the public, Rolling Stones, Billboard, they're calling them rock stars.
I wonder if Rolling Stones played a part in the adaptation of rock stars to people outside of the rock genre.
I think so.
The irony of this is that if rock was exclusive to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, nobody would be in it
Right.
now.
Right.
Because it's been about 20 years of rock and roll being a very stale
Yeah,
genre.
because who knew we be putting in like this year? Would it be like 30 Seconds to Mars?
Who we putting in Turnstile?
No, there's still like Kings of Leon and Foo Fighters, and
are Foo Fighters in already?
I think Nirvana is, but I don't think Foo Fighters are. I think it's still too. They're still too young.
I mean, yeah,
because this is like 92 now.
Yeah, we
right?
usually induct people. I don't know, at least 20 years later. Because
what is it, 20 or 30? When does this start, Grant?
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I think it's like
it looks like they were inducted. They were inducted in 2022.
Oh, Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I guess it would have to be.
Damn, Dave was inducted twice. That's crazy. How many people were inducted twice?
Stevie Nicks just was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney, probably.
Oh, I'm sure.
All the Beatles. Yeah.
Probably
not all of
Beach
them.
Boys.
Not all of them. Not George.
I don't know if Ringo got the double.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So there are 21
Michael
performers
Jackson
that have been inducted twice.
got the double. Who? How many?
21 people have been inducted.
21.
Twice.
Okay.
All right. Let's see if we can name them.
Yeah.
I think we could come. I think we could come close.
I think we could get close.
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah. John.
John Lennon.
Yeah. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
All the Beatles have been in twice.
All
Dave
the Beatles have
Grohl.
been in twice. Okay.
Dave Grohl.
Yep.
Okay, so then George and Ringo.
Yeah.
God.
I have a list here if you want me to just rattle it
Is
off.
Robert Plant in there twice? Led Zeppelin and solo?
I haven't seen his name in here yet.
Okay. Michael Jackson. We didn't say Michael Jackson.
No, we said Michael Jackson.
Yes, but yes, he's in there.
Michael McDonald?
No.
Yeah,
David Byrne?
No.
Oh, okay. Clapton. Okay.
Clapton, Yardbirds and solo.
Lou Reed
for solo and
Simon.
Velvet.
Oh, Paul Simon. Yeah. Fuck.
Sammy Strain from the OJs.
Wow. Wow.
Greg Rowley, because he's a member of Journey and Santana.
Oh shit. Okay.
Curtis Mayfield, because of the Impressions.
The Impressions. Yeah.
Dave Grohl, Nirvana and Foo Fighters.
Yep. Johnny
Carter, as a member of the Dells and the Flamingos.
Okay.
Peter Gabriel.
Gladys Knight.
Genesis. No Gladys. At
Phil
least
Collins.
Clyde McPhatter. I don't
Patti
know
LaBelle.
if Phil's on this list. I haven't seen her name either. Clyde
Peter
McPhatter, Jeff Beck, Carole King, Tina Turner, Neil Young, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Rod Stewart and Ronnie Wood, the Beatles, Jimmy Page, Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, Jimmy Page in there, but not Robert Plant is kind of weird.
That's
Kinda
wild.
nuts.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's the list.
What, Grant? What is this picture of?
Yeah. Why is the picture? Why is he black?
I clicked on John Lennon in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and that's the
Curtis.
picture of
That's
Dave
Curtis
Mayfield.
Mayfield.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, what do you mean?
That is
John
so
Lennon?
funny.
That's how history. That's how history remembers John Lennon.
As
a black
Curtis
man.
It's just because the glasses. They're like,
They're like, this gotta be
music,
him.
music guy with round glasses.
Precisely
You know,
why
there
I'm
is.
not worried about AI.
Yeah, this is him, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So just confirm, Phil Collins is not in there for Genesis and solo.
I mean, on the list
he
I
is,
just
I think.
read, he wasn't mentioned, but
Oh, no, he's not.
Wild.
he's got to be.
Wild.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
That seems like a vendetta.
I don't know if that's. I mean, this list might be short.
Is John Cougar Mellencamp on there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here's a
As John Cougar and John Cougar Mellencamp?
Garth Brooks as
No,
Chris
as Chris
Gaines. And
Gaines.
Garth Brooks.
Damn, dude. No.
He's like, hang on a sec, let me go get Chris Gaines.
I'm looking at the official multiple list, and no.
Wait a minute, who are you shocked by?
Garth?
Phil Collins.
Oh, okay.
He is not on here.
How
is
can that
crazy,
be?
though.
But
That is
Peter
crazy.
Gabriel is.
But Peter Gabriel is, which is weird.
That is weird.
He
That's so
seems
sick.
specific.
Wait
I
a
don't
minute,
know
you're-
why I
you're
think
telling-
it's-
You're saying Sledgehammer was a hotter hit than
You
In
are-
the Air
and
Tonight?
then the Tarzan soundtrack,
You'll be in
Oh,
my
did the
heart.
whole Tarzan soundtrack.
the whole damn thing.
Sledgehammer
In the air
is
tonight.
one of top 2 songs about sledgehammers, I think.
It's gotta be.
Wait a minute, what's the other one?
Sledgehammer by Fifth Harmony, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my god.
Speaking of
Is
Fifth
that
Harmony-
a Peter Gabriel cover?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
when
is
it
it
really?
really?
Came out, we all assumed it was a Peter
No.
Gabriel cover.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even know the song, so I'm like shook right now hearing that Fifth Harmony did Sledgehammer.
Is it a cover
Oh,
for real?
man.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I was like, that's sick.
Yeah, girls, put the bottles up.
Who's
Yeah.
our guy? Who's our guy that was in Fifth Harmony?
Wait a minute, Fifth Harmony is a girl group.
Fifth Harmony's all the gals.
Oh, I was thinking,
what-
what's
Camila
what's
Cabello.
his name? Harry Styles. What group was he in?
One Direction.
One Direction.
Oh,
I'll
One
say One
Direction.
Direction.
Yeah, number.
You're in the
Yeah, I get
wrong
it.
you're in the wrong direction here.
Put
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, I don't know.
Harry Styles of Fifth Harmony. That's basically
Yeah.
Curtis Mayfield as John Lennon.
That's
John Lennon.
funny. That's funny.
History
Holy
rewritten.
Fuck yeah. No, that's pretty surprising, honestly. And I don't know. I think Phil deserves his flowers.
Phil deserves both of his flowers. He should be in twice.
He should
Yeah.
be in twice.
He should be in.
Remember he did that song with Bone Thugs and Harmony? They did Take Me Home.
Yes.
I'm dying
And
that
Bone
you brought
Thugs.
that up.
yes.
Raps
I
on that?
opened the
Yes.
club not too long ago, just playing like 3 Bone Thug songs as a joke.
Yeah.
And Greg was like, "Remember that song they did with Phil Collins?"
Wait,
they're
which
they're
is-
like they're rapping and then they
Yeah.
cut to him and he's like,
yeah.
it's like just
Uh.
don't do this. Like
Yeah.
this, you
Whose
don't have
idea
to
was
do this.
this?
Yeah. I don't know.
It was Busy Bones' idea.
And then
The craziest one in the group.
Bone Thugs did a flip of Fleetwood Mac the Chain too.
They
They've
did.
done some
Yeah.
interesting. They've had some interesting choices of covers after their first 2 albums.
Yeah.
These bands signed off on this shit though, which is fucking
They did.
wild.
Well, third album maybe, I don't know, because the third Art of War was the third album, and I don't know is a double disc, and I don't
I feel
remember
like-
what's on that other than the Tupac and the Biggie song.
Mm.
I really feel
Um,
like that. Like there was a point where hip hop was getting so big that it was undeniable, and I feel like a lot of these rock groups just didn't know. They're like, "Sure, I don't know. I think it's gonna be good for me."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I feel like there was a point where that really.
Yeah.
There was a time.
No, you're right. You're right because that was around the time
Oh.
Diddy. Yeah, I did it. I did it.
Yeah.
Did he do it? There's a time when he was collaborating with all the rock stars, with
Godzilla soundtrack, Jimmy
Godzilla.
Page.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
I was
So
gonna
that-
say
yeah.
like in the
And then he
late
did with
90s,
Foo Fighters for All About the Benjamins remix.
Every album, every
Mhm.
rap album in
Yeah.
the late 90s had a collaboration with a rock band or rock act.
Mhm.
Korn with Busta.
Jay-Z and Lenny
Blackstreet
Kravitz,
with
Guns N'
Blackstreet
Roses.
and Slash.
And I think the latest one was Linkin Park and Jay-Z. Like that was the last, had to have been
Yeah.
like around the last where they're, and at
That's
that time
when,
it wasn't.
that's
even
when
cool
it
to
all
do
collided.
anymore.
Collision course.
Yeah.
Collision course. That had to be when
Yeah.
it was finally like at that point it wasn't even cool to do it anymore. They did a whole
Yeah.
album
No.
together. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that was the
there
creation of the
was-
mashup. It
Q-Tip,
seemed like.
Q-Tip with
Yeah.
Korn again on Amplify.
God, that was such a weird
Mm.
album that like I remember in the Philippines, I remember seeing it and being like, this must be some weird pirater's side project that he just put these songs together.
You're like,
and then
this
I
is
remember
definitely
seeing an
bootleg.
actual CD in the store. I was like, wait, is this real?
You're like, let me get this bootleg.
Oh,
They're like,
man.
no, this is real.
Yeah.
It
All
seems
right,
like some
yeah.
bootleg shit, like Gray album type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yo,
need to do.
didn't Linkin Park do a hip hop album?
Oh,
was it
yeah.
the whole album hip hop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Did they
then
really?
Mike
Yeah,
Shinoda
with-
was on Handsome Boy Modeling School too.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
We
Shout out
need
Mike
to.
Shinoda.
We need to talk about the greatest hip hop rock collaboration of all time, which is Fred Durst and Method Man in together.
That's what.
now.
Yeah, that's what was from that
Oh,
album,
yeah.
right?
Easily the best.
That album that I'm
So
talking about,
good.
right?
Well, that's on.
That's on.
I thought that was on
Limp
their
Bizkit.
remix album.
That's on
No,
the-
that's
Limp
Limp Bizkit.
What did I say?
Linkin Park.
Oh, my bad. I meant Limp Bizkit hip hop album.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yes, they
That's what
did
I
a
meant.
remix Chocolate Starfish album, I
Mhm.
think.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, I didn't even know that. And I
Yeah.
love this.
And
Yeah.
Premiere was on that Meth.
Well, that's what I was
Method Man
saying.
song,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Limp Bizkit is responsible
what I
for
meant.
bringing Method Man and Premiere together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I meant.
And it holds up. It's
Yeah,
a fucking
does.
banger.
It sounds like a Neptune
is.
song, but it does. It does hold
Yeah.
up.
There's a Neptune's remix. Funny you
Yes.
should
Yeah.
mention that. There's a
Yes.
Neptune's remix. Yeah. I mean,
That's easily
know.
the greatest one. You're right. That's the best
Yeah.
one.
yeah, yeah. I think that supersedes Walk This Way.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
because
for me, it does,
oh,
for
dude,
sure.
everything supersedes Walk This Way. I hate that song.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. For
I
sure.
get that it's the first, and so that deserves credit for being the first.
Yeah.
But
Where does
it's-
99 Problems fall, though?
Well, I don't know if that is that a collaboration or is that just a sample.
That's
well,
just
that's
that's
the
just
case.
produced by Rick Rubin and
Yeah.
then Jay-Z on the track.
Jay
Just a
Z's not. I
sample
mean,
then, huh?
that's the other thing. Rick Rubin didn't make the beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're
Now
right,
you
you're right.
could say Bismarcky and Beastie Boys
Mm.
because they were more
Mhm.
punk at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were more into their band shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not in on the produced by Rick Rubin's train anymore.
Public
Okay.
Enemy and Anthrax.
Oh,
Very.
yeah.
See, that's like they did full albums together.
Yeah.
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 Public Enemy for a minute just became a metal band.
Well,
Yeah,
we can't
yeah.
forget about Outkast's greatest remix, Bombs Over Baghdad remix
There's
Rage.
that.
with
There's
Rage,
that.
right?
Rage,
yeah,
yeah.
with Rage.
Well,
Yeah.
Rage
Yeah.
covered hella hip hop songs on an album.
Mhm.
Yep.
They
Yep.
did a
Yeah.
whole album of them covering hip hop songs.
So where do we put System of the Down then?
New
System of
metal.
a Down is its own
New
thing.
metal, yeah.
Toxicity is like a perfect album,
Metal.
10 out of 10.
Well, that's what I was gonna say about
Yeah.
the Limp Bizkit. That's what I was gonna say
So
about In
good.
Together Now. It's kind of just a rap song.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
that Fred's in the song, but Fred raps, so it's just a
Yeah.
rap song. And it's not
Yeah.
even a Limp Bizkit song because they're not on the song. The band isn't in the song. It's produced. The
No.
beat was made by Premier,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
Fred
it's
is
literally
rapping.
just like it's literally just like Fred was like, this is going on the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Fred actually owns the rights to Limp Bizkit and fuck Limp Bizkit. I didn't know if you guys knew
Interesting.
that.
Oh, thank
That's
God.
what's up. Yeah.
So he was getting money off the. So like, yeah, that's why it was on the Limp Bizkit album. He's like, yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's going on the album.
Yeah.
Did they ever release that album, that Dad Bod album, whatever? it
Oh
was
yeah,
called?
yeah.
They
Yeah,
did.
they
Yeah.
did.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's
It
their
was
last
okay.
album.
It's all right.
yeah.
They're
Fuck Limp
done.
Bizkit or Dad. I forgot what it was called, but
Limp Bizkit's done.
or Limp
making
Bizkit
music?
sucks. What was their
Oh.
latest?
Oh,
Oh,
I should say.
oh.
Yeah.
I almost had a
They haven't
meltdown.
announced something yet. That was their latest album.
What?
Start
I met
pulling
Fred
your hair
Durst.
out.
I met Fred Durst at Best Friend.
Oh, word.
That's so sick.
He was so cool.
Weird guy, right? Weird guy. He's an
I mean,
odd
it was
man.
a short
He's
interaction.
really,
He was cool.
he's very
He had,
nice,
like,
but he's
security with
very
him.
weird.
Did he sign a record for you, Grant?
Or a children's book?
No, he signed a set list, so I have that.
Oh, but that's dope. That's dope.
But
I
he
would
was a
frame that
very
and put it in my
interesting guy.
home.
Like, yeah, so much that I was like, I think like I had just recently watched Woodstock '99 before I met him, and when I met him, I was like, I bet that fundamentally changes your brain chemistry. Like, you must just be a different person after you control a crowd like that. Like, you're like, well, I can do whatever I want
must
now. I
be a
think.
god.
Yeah.
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 I must have other earthly powers. That's the only. That's the only conclusion I can.
I am a different human than other people.
And before you know it, your Instagram is just station wagons.
Yeah. We've talked about it before, but DMX came out on stage to the whole fucking world in the crowd. Like, you look out and you're like, well, good
One
to see
dude.
everyone's here. Yeah.
In red overalls. That's crazy. The whole world is here.
Yeah.
How many in attendance? Planet Earth.
Yeah. Everyone you can ever imagine.
Fire marshals like, I quit. I can't count anymore.
If something goes awry, I'm not
The clicker
helping.
only goes to so many.
Yeah. Like, hey, we're
flashlight
running
only
out of
goes so
water. We're running out of water here. You're like, no shit, you don't say. The sun just beating down right on top of your bald head, just fucking scorching you.
You're like, the rest of America is wide open right now. Like, you guys could spread out a little bit.
Yeah. Like, the whole world is watching. You're like, I can see from right here. Like,
See that.
yeah. I think that was streamed online. I feel like 99, they had to have probably shown that online at the time, like at a very low bit rate.
Oh, for sure.
It was definitely on MTV. I remember them showing like
streaming
clips.
online in '99 sounds fucking insane. I think it was on television.
Well, like watching like
probably
2
like a live,
megapixels move.
like a live feed, like a live.
Or just the audio, maybe.
I've never heard of anything being streamed online other than like.
Well, they had
radio
those
like
cameras
satellite
going.
radio online.
They had cameras going.
Like
at the
recording,
time.
right?
Yeah, like a stationary camera, like recording like construction stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
primitive internet.
I remember like early days
for
of the internet,
sure.
you could watch
Yeah,
like you watch like security cameras. What's that called?
CCTV.
CCTV.
Right.
So I mean, we had kind of the technology to stream something, I guess, if we wanted to.
Well, remember, you would scroll down the page, the website, and you would click like a Winamp video, and it'd be like, hey, you don't got the plug-in to watch this. And then you'd have to go download something to the computer, and then they're like, are you sure you want to put this on your computer? It's a whole fucking thing. Then you go back and click it, and someone calls the house and totally interrupts your internet connection. And they're like, I don't think I'm ever going to get to watch this video.
I'm never going to watch this security cam. I'm never going to watch this karaoke bar.
Oh man,
stupid shit. The internet was dumb back in the day.
Internet's still dumb.
You would reload the chat room. You guys remember you could be in a chat room and you'd have to hit refresh and there'd be a whole thread of replies that would come in.
You missed all of that.
You gotta scroll up.
You gotta go back.
Oh, what was said here?
God.
Let me see.
I love that we just skimmed over Pinky Ring and we're talking about CCTV. Like in depth.
How it should be. That's how it should be.
Shout out to the 5 on fucking 5.
Oh my god. We're not going anywhere. I'm not leaving. Dude. I guess we should probably do a song for the playlist.
Let's do a song.
I think we should add a song to the playlist.
That's crazy. You guys still listen to music?
Yeah, I know, right?
y'all fuck with music?
Okay.
Fuck with music?
I was gonna say, have you ever? I mean, I know you guys have probably hit. Have you guys ever DJ'd so much that there was a point where you're like, I'm not listening to music in my free time. Like this is
every day.
I'm at that
Every
point.
day.
Every day.
Right
My
now.
life, dude.
Right now. That's it right now, bro.
Yeah.
So it's been for a little bit actually, so not
my
gonna
God.
lie here.
That's currently my life right now, though. For real. Like, I don't want to listen to music.
It's just drums. After a certain point, everything you hear, no matter what it is just drums.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Banging on your brain.
Yeah.
And you're
like, all right.
Okay, I have a newer song. It's a house song that I like by Idris Elba.
Oh,
shout out.
So Idris with La Trompeta from Defected Records. Definitely playing that at my Bel Air pool sets.
Okay, got it. All right.
Trav, mine is Demise, Demis, Roussos, and the song is called I Dig You. A little obscure disco cut.
Sick.
Okay. Oh, this guy with the white hair?
Yeah. It's a banger. It's a banger.
That's what's up.
Yeah. He didn't always have white hair.
Oh, for real?
Same.
I thought he came to play like that.
I accidentally zapped my beard the other day when I was shaving, so I had to get rid of the whole thing, and I'm wondering if it's just gonna grow back all white. Just very like the wizard from Where's Waldo, just like very long white beard.
Just the Gandalf.
I hope not.
That'd be sick.
I might have to dye my beard for the wedding, just like real blonde.
But you fuck up on dyeing it, so it's just yellow. It's just like calling dude.
The wrong shade.
I was like, maybe I'll just do the Guy Fieri, the little blonde down the middle here.
Oh yes.
What drives a person to that point where he's like, Clement, just the middle?
I'm excited for the day you finally cut your hair.
When you get to the celebrity status, and you're just like, they're like, fuck it.
Fuck
right
it.
there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Like,
I'm excited for the day you cut your hair. This is a bad haircut. Like, it's like you do
it's like a bowl cut.
Yeah.
Just a bowl cut.
The Oliver Tree.
Like even but short.
Or just a spike up front, like where it's just like,
that was oh man,
that was a big cut. That was a big cut.
Ooh. All right, let's see. Man, I'm debating which way to go. I saw All of Us Strangers a couple weeks ago, and that Frankie Goes to Hollywood Power of Love song has been stuck on repeat for me. So that's a big one. But man, I almost want to. Okay, have you guys listened to the album The Last Dinner Party? So The Last Dinner Party, new band. It's their first album. It's the song Caesar on a TV screen. Put that on there. It's got real.
I thought you were trying to give us another local Alaskan.
No.
He only listens to jingles now, commercial jingles.
Yeah, it's just
commercial jingles and local Alaskan artists.
I was like, you plugging local music again, Greg?
Like you get in the car and he's just listening to jingle after jingle. You're like, man, like this radio station doesn't play a lot of songs. You're like, no.
I'm like, no, it's a mix.
Get out. I see TV. You don't respect good music.
Get out.
Did you guys ever see that movie Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone where like in the future they're just obsessed with jingles?
Yeah,
that's my life now.
As a matter of fact, I only listen to jingles. That's all.
I am adding 3 Sacred Souls, and the song is called Lady Love.
Sick.
Oh yeah.
Dope group. They sound like a 50s group.
Oh, Sacred Souls? Yeah.
The Sacred Souls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, The Secret Souls, sorry.
Yeah, they play out here a lot.
Do they? No, they're fire.
Yeah.
They are fire.
Well, gentlemen, let's not wait so long to do this. I think we can probably hop back next week and crank out something with tech and other bullshit.
and an explanation of why we've been gone so long.
Yeah.
We'll get more into Pinky Ring.
Yeah. Shout out to our man Bruno Mars.
Shout out to our friend Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Listen,
Close personal friend.
I heard.
No, I will say this before we wrap up. Teddy Swims popped up the other night and performed while I was playing Pinky Ring.
You didn't know, did you?
I didn't know.
You didn't.
I didn't know. How could I have known? How could I have known?
Listen,
That's
the
Not
man.
like he's
the
number one
man.
song in the fucking Billboard charts right now.
He is the fucking man.
We have to give him his flowers because here's what happened. The night that he performed, it was a celebration party for him. He climbed on the Billboard charts. It's the longest climb in Billboard history. Over the course of 11 months, he made it to number one.
Mm-hmm.
He stayed on the charts for 11 fucking months, climbing his way up to the top to number one, a record previously held by John Legend.
Hey.
I think he's got the juice.
Hey,
I think he's got the juice. I think he's got the juice.
Let's hope my man sticks around because I do like his voice.
Yeah,
Country music,
man, and not just country either. Like, dude is R&B. I'm telling, like
R&B. Yeah,
that's R&B, man.
Yeah.
Maybe he's why Beyonce made the album.
I mean,
Inspired Beyonce. What if
He
he's
might be on the
Beyonce album?
He
it
could
might be on the album.
Could be.
That would be
He could
sick.
be.
Yeah,
That would
Wow.
he might be on the album because are we putting dots together right now?
be sick. I was gonna say
Because
under or
Beyonce
over.
was sitting front row when he was on the Grammys singing with Tracy Chapman.
Okay, boys, under or over. Is he on the album?
No, he wasn't singing with Tracy Chapman. That's a different person.
Oh, it was a different
That's
person. My
that's-
fault. That was a different person. That was my fault.
That's,
That was.
That's Luke
That
Combs.
was.
That's Luke
That
Combs.
is. It is. It is another
Luke
fat white guy.
Combs.
You're Charlie from Always Sunny doing
Getting my white
Yeah,
guys mixed
yeah.
up, bro. Getting my white
I
guys.
do it all the
All
time.
y'all look alike. Oh, y'all look so much alike.
I'm like Colin. Boy, no,
Yeah.
no.
No. That's Chris Stapleton, man.
Here's
Come on. Getting mixed up again.
here's the thing. Teddy Swims was standing next to somebody that exactly looked like what he was wearing that night when he came to Pinky Ring. And our GM over there, or our assistant GM,
Who?
goes,
Action Bronson?
You would think, right? And he goes, I was like, which one's Teddy Swims? He goes, that one right there. Or maybe the guy that he's talking to. It could be one of the two. He goes, one of these two gentlemen in conversation over there is the guy, and the other is, I think, his security.
In
It might be his security guard.
The Rock has a stunt double that he brings out. Was that you that told me this?
I
Carl?
found this out.
And that is his like cousin, right?
And he takes pictures.
It's
for
like his
him.
cousin or something like that. It's a family member of his.
Yeah, I learned this because I talked to the bathroom attendant at one of the venues I play at.
What, at Pinky
And-
Ring?
Nope. And he gave me the 411. He said, well, The Rock was here, and The Rock was taking
Wait a
pictures
minute.
with
Is he
people.
telling you this while you're washing your hands?
Yes. Oh yeah. I always talk to this guy. I always get the hot goss from this guy because I like a little entertainment. And like we're both working guys on the cutting room floor here.
You're
We're
like, I
kinda
got
getting
about
after
5
it.
minutes left on this mix, this piss break mix. So
Yeah.
give me all you got.
I said, who's been in here lately?
Footnotes.
Yeah, who's been in here lately? And he goes, well, The Rock, but The Rock doesn't take pictures. It's his stunt double.
Oh, I thought you were about to say The Rock doesn't take a piss. His stunt
The,
double does.
For him.
The Rock feels better. Thank you.
The Rock smells
Here's your
asparagus.
brownie.
I think that's what's cooking.
By the
Hey,
way, did you,
Jabroni,
see
go
what,
take a piss for me.
did you guys see what The Rock did to Cody Rhodes on Monday Night Raw?
Yeah, dude, that was nuts.
Jesus.
Shout out WWE. We're peak.
He
right
said,
now.
Chicago.
Is
Beat
The
his
Rock
ass.
back? The
It's-
Rock is
it's
back
this-
full go.
Oh, The Rock
huh?
is back as fuck, bro. He's about
Yeah.
to wrestle at WrestleMania
Bro.
Yeah.
This is the best that WWE has been since the Attitude
since
Era.
the Shield. Like, it's great.
Oh, almost yeah. Arguably since the Shield and yeah. This
So
this
is The Rock
best.
is The Rock out at Disney? Is that why he's more in over at WWE right now?
So
Oh, he never
is
was at
a-
Disney. But
part
he is
owner-
with Disney for Moana.
Yeah.
Live action.
So
Yeah.
he signed, like, he has a part ownership with TKO, who owns WWE.
Yeah.
And
So now he's on the board of directors.
and
And
Mhm.
UFC.
Oh, and UFC, yes. I
Oh,
forgot they own both.
Mhm.
So part of The Rock's contract was he has to wrestle, I think, 4 matches within the year.
Mhm.
So the first one is going to be WrestleMania.
Mhm.
oh shit! Against who?
It's going to be a tag match. So it's him and Roman Reigns versus
Cody
and Cody Rhodes and
Yep. Say it.
Seth Rollins.
Freaking.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Thank you. From Chicago. Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Yeah,
So
this is the best. This is the best.
It's
And
honestly
even like
so
the undercards are amazing.
It's such a good.
This
It's going to
is
be a
so
great
good.
WrestleMania.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
When is this?
April
weeks.
7th and 8th.
Or is it the 13th?
2 nights. No.
No, it's
It's the week before.
Yeah.
Oh, so right before.
I was gonna say, I'm not going to the bachelor party if it was a
Well, we would just have a watch party.
WrestleMania's
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, we would have just stayed in and had a watch party on our dial up internet. But yeah. No. Okay. Well, then we'll be back then to do an update on WrestleMania. And
we'll be back for that.
We'll be back before then. But unless anyone has anything else they need to cover, I think we've done enough entertainment today for the folks. Trav.
I'll just acknowledge me.
Fuck that. Boo.
Cody,
that's it.
Let's go.
That's it. We're out of here. We'll see y'all next week.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.